So, good afternoon, everybody. So, what we did yesterday was that they were very saying that we should try and not take in any negative thoughts from the surrounding and keep until we have full mastery over our outer self. We should not keep negative company, see negative films, and all that until we do. Afterwards, we can, when once we have the full mastery, then we start, impacting others. Now, continuing. Yesterday, the great master Himalaya had come to bless everybody, and he was blessing, giving high radiation from the. He, they says the great master Himalaya has come straight from the sun, the central sun. He was born straight from the central sun, and from his name Himalaya had come. They also said that souls from souls who were born in America and the next birth they are born in India, and those born in India are like born in America, and they go on changing uh, in every birth. Once it's America, once in India, because India and America destiny is joined together. That is what they said. And if you find that somebody is consistently disturbing you and you cannot avoid this negative surroundings of yours, then the statement you should always say is, I am the presence on guard here and consume instantly everything that seeks to disturb. I consume everything that seeks to disturb instantly. Consume instantly everything that seeks to disturb. So continuing from yesterday, from the golden city comes this limitless charge of energy for the blessings of the students of this radiation, as well as those of mankind who are looking for light. Now, where are the golden cities? The golden cities are above Cuba, above the Sahara Desert, above Brazil, uh, above Gobi Desert. These are some places where all these golden cities, where higher beings of love and light stay. Who has read that book about that Ferrari, the monk who sold his Ferrari? Yeah. In that the monk talks about the place he goes to and all that. It's almost close to the golden city. So from the golden city comes the limitless charge of the energy for the blessings of the students of this radiation, as well as those of mankind who are looking to the light. Try to keep as much as possible in the joyous enthusiasm of the I am presence. It's so important that instead of bickering, complaining, being sad, morose, be in the joyous presence of the and enthusiasm of the I am. And if you cannot be that, always do your gratitude practice. Just find it, start counting your blessings. Once you start counting your blessings of seeing what you have in life, when you see what you have in life, you are so grateful for everything. So try to keep as much as possible in the joyous enthusiasm of the I am present. Give it all power. What should we give power? The I am present. Give it all power. And do not hold any questioning in the mind. Ye hai ke nahi hai? Will it work or not work? Don't have such stupid questions in your mind. Just concentrate and focus. Throw everything to the winds. Give everything the glorious I am presence and receive its magic revelation. And receive its magic revelation. So revelation means it shows up, how it shows up. So give all the joyousness you have to the I am. Your I am in presence. Be very joyous all the time. Be enthusiastic. Be joyous in life. Even sometimes vairagya sets in because we are on the spiritual path. We become detached from everything. It's good to be detached. I'm not saying no. Nothing should be a compulsion. खाना ऊपर बैठ के खाया, कल जमीन पे बैठ के खाया, it should not make a difference to you at all. You have to be same joyous self of yours, happy and joyous. So, but that doesn't mean you stop taking interest in life. Start taking interest in many aspects of life. Just don't be very drab. Start with dressing up at home, first of all. Even if you're at home all the time, dress up. I remember Rita telling me that when she had this everybody going around in her family, she used to in the morning only wear a sari. The whole day she's in a sari, all dressed up. Na, Rita, you told me, right? She would always you go to her house, she's in a sari that way. So she's always dressed up. So I learned from her since morning I have to do violet flame, I also dress up. Since then I'm dressed up in my house. It's not, you won't find me in a gown or like that. Gown only at night when I'm sleeping. No gown in the morning. So try to keep as much as possible in the joyous enthusiasm of the I am presence. Give it all power and do not hold any questioning in the mind. Throw everything in the winds. Give everything to the glorious I am presence and receive its magic revelation. So see how it shows up for you in life in such magic form. It is the mighty miracle working presence that can and does solve all things, not only problems, but questions whose answers need revelations. So, yeah. So it just does not solve all your problems, but all whatever questions you have, it will show up in a different way. So as I was telling you, even if Vairagya sets into you all should find a way to find interest in life. Detachment is good, but that doesn't mean you stop caring, you stop having interest in life. Find interest, do music, do dancing, two things you must do, music and dancing in some form in your life. Either learn an instrument or learn to sing or dance a little. You have to. You can't say, oh, I'm 70, I'm 75, I won't do this. No, age is just a number. Youth is everlasting. A remarkable statement that would be enormously helpful to the students would be to say, I am the miracle working presence in everything I require to have done. So this is a very remarkable statement. You can try it. I am the miracle working presence in everything I require to have done. For students to keep meditating and contemplating, it means to say that I or I am brings results, revelations, and blessings that cannot be overestimated. For students to keep meditating and contemplating, what it means to say is, I or I am bring results, revelations, and blessings that cannot be overestimated. I'm sure your students will soon begin to show and feel the remarkable activity of this use. So when you use this, I am the miracle working presence in everything I require to have done, and those who are just into meditation will also find a lot of miracles happening in their life. I'm sure your students will soon begin to show and feel the remarkable activity of this use. Today I feel the presence of the understanding and use of this much more powerfully than at any time hitherto until now. So who says this? This is the writer saying, Sir Godfrey Reiki, that today I feel the presence of this understanding, the statement, the understanding of the statement. Today I feel it much more than I felt it up till now. On the higher planes, there is a constant meeting and exchange of help while the bodies are asleep, far beyond anything the outer self is conscious of. So we are not conscious that when we sleep, we travel, we meet the higher masters, we go into meeting with other higher souls, and there is a constant meeting and exchanging and of support and help. But your outer self doesn't know that. Knowing that I am the quality of whatever I wish to use, then you know you can produce in visible, tangible form whatever you have within the conscious. So yesterday we said that whatever quality you want in your life, you can always bring it from your higher to the outer self by just wishing it and contemplating on it. So the moment the questioning of the outer mind can be put under control and made to subside, the greater revelation pour forth, almost stumbling over each other. Means जैसे हम अपना questioning mind को बंद करते हैं, the moment we stop the questioning mind and become still, there's so much of outpouring of ideas and messages coming, so much that they stumble over each other. Means it's like one over the other, one over the other. Messages will come one over the other. Like, I say, stumble over themselves. No, almost tumbling. They tumble. Means one over the other, they come. Owing to the need, the Master Himalaya chose to come forth. So, owing to the need of the students, Master Himalaya thought he'll come down. He brings a special blending of America and India. And that is why it is possible for him to come here. As the inner presence comes into action, all outer activities subsides. It must necessarily because it obeys the I am presence. So when your inner presence starts coming into action completely, your outer presence is almost not there, as if not there only. But the outer presence is nothing but obeying, and the I am presence is only there in action. The golden snow is what the great presence spreads over America to be absorbed by individuals and the very particles of the atmosphere itself. So this the Lord Himalaya. How does he bless nature and all the people in America? By sending the golden snow down. The golden snow is what the great presence spreads over America to be absorbed by individuals and the very particles of the atmosphere itself. This will enable the students especially to be greatly assisted and blessed because they have become the focus for this outpouring. So this was actually the intent is that it should go to all the students who are on the path of I amness. And therefore all of them will receive it. Who knows? Yeah, we are doing this book reading. It was written in 1932. Maybe we are just brushing ourselves and we were there at that point of time. Who knows? It's visual thinking. It could have been that way. Who knows? So, could I see somebody's face, please? One person's face. Where's Rita gone suddenly? It may be well for students to understand that in national requirement, as in individuals, there are qualities needed for certain definite purposes at certain times. So when leaders and other people in the key position, they definitely require certain qualities which is demanded of that situation at that point of time. That is the reason the special great being comes forth. So that is why Lord Himalaya came forth. These individuals have predominant the qualities that the nation needs at a given moment. So those individuals who are in the key position have a very key, like Modi has some key qualities with this nation required. And that other person who has really cleaned off Madhya Pradesh, Yogi. Yogi is his name, na? Parok? Where is he? Parok? Yogi, na?
Huh?
The person who in MP clean all the gundas up.
UP,
Who?
UP.
UP, yeah. UP में, not MP, UP में all the gundas up. Yogi, na?
Yeah.
So Yogi also has some inherent qualities. He was required to be there to clean that state. So with that, because he had all those inherent qualities to match these tough goons. So That is what they're saying. That is, so why has Lord Himalaya come? It may be well for students to understand that in national requirements, as in individuals, there are qualities needed for certain definite purposes at certain times. That is the reason for special grade beings coming forth. These individuals having predominant the quality that the nation needs at a given moment. The student who can take this understanding with great sincerity will find a new element entering into their lives which will benefit them greatly. So, naturally, when these qualities are being blessed by the great Himalaya, the Lord Himalaya, when He's blessing all these qualities and sending forth His blessings, those people in key positions are getting those blessings. At the same time, the students are also getting those blessings. And if they are aware that we are getting those special blessings which are going to enhance those qualities in us, they have to be more receptive to it, is it not? The activity of expectation is quite a vital one in receiving from the inner presence. So when you have this expecting, oh this is going to happen, oh I'm going to meet so and so, you're expecting, and when you're expecting you're always enthusiastic, joyous. So these are the feelings going with expectation. I mean, when you're expecting something good in life, I'm not saying you're expecting a disaster. I'm talking about expecting something good in life. The activity of expectation is quite a vital one in receiving from the inner presence. It is a faculty that can be used with a great deal of benefit by the students who cultivate it. So, students who want something and want to manifest something can expect it to happen. And when they expect it to happen, it will happen. But at the same time, you have to be detached, not have any attachment to it. Just expect it to happen without any attachment. For instance, if we have planned something from which we expect great joy, we feel all buoyed up with expectancy. So we are bubbling, like buoyed up means like how the buoyancy is there in the ball on the waves, that buoyancy. So we are all buoyed up with expectancy, something great is going to happen. We can acquire and use the same expectancy in elements as we wish to acquire and use, for it is very helpful in enabling them to come forth. So we can use the same happiness and joy of expectancy happening for anything you want to manifest in life. In short, we are saying that. If you desire to meet the masters, one requirement is to expect to meet them. That is very helpful. Why not expect to meet them now? So they are giving you a hint that if you constantly are ready, so when you expect, suppose you expect that the master will come to my house, then what will you do? Will you not be prepared for him all the time? Master is coming, master is coming. Saint Germain is coming to my house. Oh my God, will I not keep my house very clean all the time? Will I not keep everything in order all the time? Saint Germain is coming. I'm expecting him. I'm expecting. So when you're expecting something to happen, then it will happen. Like, this after the book of secret, there was another book written by this Brenda. What is her name? Brenda, no? Brenda is the author, right? Of Secret. So in that book, the power.
Rhonda Bryan.
Huh?
Yeah, RHOND, Rhonda.
Rhonda. Okay. So in that book, she has written that those who are not getting married, actually, if you're manifesting that I want a man like this, or a man is fixing, I want a woman like this, then you in your life you must start making space for them. You must start making space for them. So, like on the bed, see that one side is kept empty. In your wardrobe, see there's one side is kept empty for them, that when they come, we are going to park over here. They will hang their clothes here. When you're eating, put an extra plate every day. When you're in the garage, see that you park your car in such a way that you have space for the second car to be parked also. So that is expectancy. So when you are giving a message to the universe, I am ready to receive this person in my life and share everything with him. So same way, when you expect something to happen, you'll prepare yourself, is it not? So if you are preparing yourself and expecting the master to meet the master will surely come. So it is the master's choice to choose you. But if you are expecting, and if you are wanting it very badly and manifesting it, it will happen. People have become so abnormal in their habit that naturally they have interfered with their breathing as well as other things. So abnormal in their habits, why? Like people kick up fuss over small things. They make big things. They play the victim. Oh, how they have been cheated, how they've been run over all the time. And then they're complaining, they're justifying in their life. So all this blaming, complaining, justifying, playing the victim, all this, itna time waste kiya hai na, hum log sabne at some point in life, the outer self has done it. And all that has interfered in your breathing. Yesterday only we said that when we are angry or imbalanced in our emotions, our breathing go away, means it's all disturbed. To use the statement, I am the balancing breath, will do a great deal more for them than the use of many breathing exercises without the aid of an ascended master. So all the time what we must say, I am the balancing breath. I am the balancing breath. Because when you say the breathing will come, once you look into your breath and you see, okay, if you suppose you're angry or you're upset over something very big, you have to immediately say, I am the balancing breath. Look into your breathing. Let the breathing go nice and slow. Look into your breathing and breathe rhythmically. Rhythmically means there's no pause, like a child. Slow, happy, rhythmic breaths. This sets in motion the inner activity that maintains the outer perfection. So when you look into your breathing and do rhythmic breathing or cyclic breathing as they call, very gently, slowly, it will what will happen? The inner activity of your body will become perfect. So I am the balancing breath will do a great deal more for them than the use of many breath exercises without the aid of an ascended master. The coming amazing activity will be done by the use of the I am presence, because with its use, anything can be accomplished. Take the consciousness often, I am the balancing breath. This sets in motion the inner activity that maintains the outer perfection. In whatever you do, always take the I am consciousness and then you immediately set into motion. So that when you want to do anything, you have to put the I am consciousness and then set into motion. Take the attitude of calm certainty in your mind and keeping on. So take the attitude of a calm certainty. Calm certainty is, yes, you be calm in whatever is happening. This is going to happen, and you're very certain, and you put I am power to it, and you're certain it's going to happen. So the benediction, we are completing chapter 11 over here. And the benediction over here is, thou mighty presence, whom we in great joy have welcomed. They are talking of Himalaya, Lord Himalaya. We thank thee for thy great, wondrous radiance and light. the great radiance and conquering point, and we trust that thou mayest decree justice now and for all time to mankind. Thou mayest decree means we trust that you will decree there will be justice all the time for mankind. So there are some question answers at the end of this thing where somebody, Saint German, is saying, I shall have to journey on. So Sir Godfrey Ray King is asking, where are you going? And he's saying home. So he's asking which one, and he's saying the Golden City. The Golden City is about Cuba. So then he's talking about the Golden City. The Golden City, it is clothed in the electronic substance and is just as tangible to you as the physical. Within the light of the Golden City are lights that are as much brighter than the surrounding radiance as these physical lights are in this atmosphere. So over there, there's light. This Golden City is full of light, natural light. And the beings there are more full of light. So suppose you see a dull golden light, suppose imagine, and in that, imagine bright golden light. The beings are radiating bright golden light. That is what they are saying. Within all lights, at certain point is consciousness focused. At those points, it becomes illumination. So in those beings of light, there is consciousness focus. The I amness is there. And at that point, there is more illumination in those golden bodies. Suppose this room were a great sun, then he's trying to explain. It has an atmosphere. The individual moving within it would have their own radiance about them, and the same as the lights in the room. So the individual is also having the golden light inside, and there's golden light in the atmosphere. That's what he was saying. That is what is there in the Golden City above Cuba. अरे क्यूबा जाना चाहिए ना एक टाइम. कहाँ है क्यूबा? Africa, America, South America, South America, South America. South America. We should go now, all of us. Cuba. I don't know what is happening politically over there. I don't know. So we are finished, and we are going to chapter 12. We'll say the invocation. Thou mighty infinite presence, thou all-pervading intelligence, thy love, wisdom and power governing all things. Thy divine justice is ever operating in the lives and worlds of those who love to thee with unfailing determination. We give praise and thanks that thou art the ruling power and governing intelligence ruling all things. We give praise and thanks that in our world thou art the ever-sustaining invincible power. We thank thee. God always finds a way to help those whose hearts reach out to him. It's a beautiful sentence. Have you all experienced this ever? God always helps a way to help those whose hearts reach out to him. Have you experienced such a miracle in life? I have experienced so many times. Okay, let's go ahead. So can I see Salima, Tejo, Rita? Rita to soti hai, rehne de. If she's sitting, then we can see her. The seeming mysteries of life with their attendant experiences are, when rightly understood, blessings in disguise. You know, iska meaning kya hai? The seeming mysteries of life with their attendants. Attendance meaning how you attend participate in a meeting. So when the mysteries of life, when something occurs in life, it's a mystery. Why this has happened to me? Something wrong has happened in your life, suppose. So why me? Why this happened to me? But if you participate in that same thing and take the experience, then you will rightly understand that this is a blessing in disguise for any experience that causes us to turn more firmly to the one active presence, I am, God in action, has served us a wonderful purpose and blessing. So, any experience in life which has taken us more towards God is a blessing, actually. And all these experiences come in your life so that you turn inwards towards the I amness within you and make yourself more strong. So, we should understand that whatever unpleasant which has happened times in our lives is a blessing in disguise, for it takes us more towards the I am. The unfortunate situation in which personalities find themselves exists because they are constantly looking to outside sources for sustenance, directing intelligence, and for the love that is supreme present and the power of the universe. So, what are they looking? They are looking for sources of sustenance, meaning to sustain yourself, to live nicely. They are looking out. There's नौकरी करना है, मुझे पैसा कमाना है, मुझे. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but to hanker out or to hanker, ये चाहिए, that is not good. So the looking to outside sources for sustenance, that's one. Directing intelligence. All our intelligence we are throwing outside. ये ऐसे काम करेंगे, वो वैसे काम करेंगे, ये ऐसे करेंगे, सब ideas लगाते हैं बाहर का. And for the love that is supreme present. So the love which is present of the Lord inside you, we are trying to receive it from other men, women outside us. Correct? So we have directed our attention outside all the time. And that is supreme and the power of the universe. So all this is within you. You can connect to that from within. It matters not what conditions are that we face. So whatever we are facing does not matter. At no time must we lose track of or allow ourselves to be drawn from the great truth that love is the hub of the universe upon which everything revolves. So at no time we must ever forget that it is only through hub means love is the center, the core. Love is the hub of the universe upon which everything revolves. So if you lose love in you yourself, it's not a good thing. Because so many things are happening, you have shut your heart, is because you cannot bear more pain, is not a good thing. So it matters not what conditions are that we face, at no time must we lose track or or allow ourselves to be drawn from the great truth that love is the hub of the universe upon which everything revolves. That does not mean that we shall love in harmony. That does not mean that हम in harmony को love करें, discord, or anything unlike the Christ. Christ means the higher consciousness. That doesn't mean we have to love, oh, I love discord. I love somebody. I love when fighting happens. That's not what is there saying. Or anything unlike Christ. But instead, we can love God in action, the I am presence everywhere present. For the opposite of hate is love. And one cannot hate in any sense without having loved deeply. So, that day Sanjeev ji was telling me that there are so many people who say, stop war in Vietnam, stop war in Vietnam, and they take this mocha and then the police fight and they fight and all that. So when you want to stop war, suppose in America, they wanted to stop war in Vietnam, but why are you adding the element of war, fighting only to the same subject? So what you are creating is only fighting. It should be done peacefully, whatever. So if you want that there should be no war, you have to take some active other love, God, be God in action in such a way where you are promoting love, peace, and understanding in everyone. And if everyone understands the I am, I'm sure there'll be no war. If Putin were to understand I am, would there be a war? If the Americans would be understanding the I am, would there be a war? So the main thing is that this 1 minute, where was I? Yeah. So love is the hub of the universe upon which everything revolves. This does not mean that we shall love in harmony, discord, or anything unlike the Christ, but instead we can love God in action. The I am presence everywhere present. For the opposite of hate is love. And one cannot hate in any sense without having loved deeply. The admonition that Jesus gave was truly this idea. He was saying, if somebody gives you hatred, you must give love. If somebody, there's something like that. If your neighbor slaps you on one cheek, give the second cheek, or something is like that is written in Christianity, is it not? If you're slapped on one cheek, give the second cheek. I'm not saying that, but what they are trying to say over here is that you need not hit back, but send love. Each human being is a power and is intended to be the governing principle of his life and world. So we have the power to govern all what we want in our lives. In the recognition that within each human being is the I am presence of God, ever acting, that everyone knows that he holds within his outer hand the scepter of dominion. Scepter of dominion means what is a scepter, first of all? You know, that staff, which is like ornamented, the kings and the people in power have it just to show, like, I am in power, like that. So that way they're saying that I am present or ever acting, that everyone knows that he holds within his outer hand the scepter of dominion, and should use this conscious determination in knowing that the invincible presence of God is every moment the intelligent activity in his world and affairs. Meaning, the invincible means one which cannot be defeated. Is always victorious, right? So the invincible presence of God is every moment the intelligent activity in his world. And so that invincible God is the only intelligent activity in his own world and affairs. So in his own world and affairs, that is what you see. This keeps the attention from becoming fixed on the outer appearance, which is never the truth unless illumined by the I am presence. So this keeps the attention from becoming fixed on the outer appearance, which is never the truth unless illumined by the I am presence. Meaning, if you are understanding this part, that the invincible God, which is the only intelligence, is governing your life, then you will not keep your attention on the outer, but in the inner. And even if you're putting your attention in the outer, when are you doing that? When your outer is fully merged with the inner. That's what yes. So far, so good. Shall I go ahead? Your understanding? Can I get a Salima? Yes. Tejal? Yes. Can I get a yes from everyone? Farooq Mystery? Yes.
Yes, Master.
Shall I go ahead?
Understanding, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. no matter what the problem is to be solved in the individual's life, there is only one power, presence, and intelligence that can solve it. And that is the individual's recognition of the all-powerful presence of God. So once you recognize this, that this is the all-powerful presence of God within me, with whom no outer activity may interfere. So don't let any activity interfere with that power unless the individual's attention is knowingly or unknowingly drawn from his central recognition and acceptance of the Supreme God. So if you take away the attention from the Supreme God, knowingly or unknowingly, from the central recognition and acceptance of the Supreme God in you, God power in you, then there are problems. Otherwise, whatever is happening, you're bigger than all your problems. Problems will come, but you are bigger than the problems because you are having the power of the Supreme God within you. That's what they are trying to say. But if you take away the attention from the Supreme God, it is at that point of time that problems are bigger and you are smaller. And the moment you are having the attention on the Supreme God power, then you are bigger than your problems. You got it? You got this? Dwell on it. I just want to get a little water for myself. The principle of life, always active, is ever striving to pour itself forth into expression, thereby producing its natural perfection. So, what is the principle of life? To produce natural perfection. Is the principle of life is conducted is of life always active, is ever striving to pour itself forth into expression. So the principle of life is always manifesting. Whatever it is manifesting is natural perfection all the time. But human beings having free will consciously or unconsciously qualify it with all kinds of distortion. Consciously or unconsciously qualify it with all kinds of distortion. The individual who stands with his attention fixed firmly on the I am presence on God and with God becomes an invincible power. So the one whose attention and who's consumed only by God all the time, he becomes an invincible power. Invincible means that this person can never be conquered. Invincible power with which no outer manifestation of mankind can interfere. Try it, it will happen that way. In the recognition of the I am here and I am there, friends wherever needful will be raised up to one's assistance, for I am the friends brought forward whenever and wherever it is necessary. So the I am, which is everywhere, and those who are recognizing those I ams will always find some person to help them somewhere. Have you ever experienced that in life?
Yes, yes, Master.
And out of the blue, somebody comes and just helps you out? Out of the blue, you never expected. You have a story to tell, Tejal?
Not a, I have many, but I'm not, at this point of time. It's difficult to share. I'm in midst of something. I'm so sorry,
Okay, so
Master.
I'll share one. So, uh, so my husband had got operated for his back, and we were staying at the fourth floor. So I had to go to the Pasi Panchayat for an exchange in the flat to come to a ground floor level flat, so that my husband doesn't have to climb 4 floors and he can go to work. So for that, we have to get everything, that stamp duty and all that for the housing thing. We have to go for the papers to be stamped and all. So there's this office at VT where I had to go. VT, na Farooq? GPO, behind GPO. Custom house, yeah. And Farooq naturally had just come from the hospital, so he was on bed. Children were very small, so I was the only one who was doing the running around, and nobody to help me. So I went with those papers early morning, and then I saw the queue was not one queue, like 10 queues. And each queue had like 200, 300 people. And I was so overwhelmed. I said, how the hell I was going to get this stamped? And up to what time will I have to stand there? Because I had so much work on my hand as well. So I didn't know what to do. So I just was seeing some people were going straight inside the building. So I also went straight inside behind them. So I asked them why these people are going straight and how there's such a big queue everywhere. So then these people who are going straight are giving little more money and getting work done. So I don't know how to give this bribe and all that. I don't know how to do it. But I stood there. Like that, I stood. Out of the blue, one very dark skinned lady came from inside. She came directly to me from inside and over the counter said, what is it that you want? So I said, I want this paper stamp. And I didn't give her extra money, but whatever that, she said, I want so much for the stamping of the paper will cost. I knew what the stamp paper would cost. So the round of figure I gave her. She came, she in 10 minutes stamped all my papers, gave me back my change. He did not take a pie extra from.
Now I'll also share one, Master.
Yeah, okay, you
So
share.
ungrateful not to share. So there was one property which I bought in my hometown, Kutch, and after I bought that, somehow I was just not able to go there, and the electricity bill needs to be transferred because as it is there, it is very dangerous to just let it just be, without things in proper name and all. And it was because my mom had fallen ill by that time, so it became really difficult for me to keep her here and then go there and get this sorted. And I had information that this would take around a month or something to get this done. I said, "Itna time to hai nahi, lekin ek baar jaake to aata hai." I asked my cousin, so he was going to village. He said, "Didi, I am going, but I'm not going in that part that you want, but I will assist you. You come with us." So he and his family was going, so I went with them. Then one day, and in the train, while I was going, I met the man from that village in which I had got that property, and he had some contact there. He said, "Arey, आपका काम हो जाएगा, फिक्र नहीं करो." He gave me the contact number of that person in that village. And that day, in that six people ka compartment, it was just the two of us, he and me. I felt it is as if he's God sent. Like, and I don't generally talk to strangers, but I don't know how I started talking to him. And then I also told him, Kere, for this work, I'm going. It was all a miracle. Now we go
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. Absolutely a miracle.
We go
Absolutely.
there and I'm in a way opposite. Like agar ye idhar hai, to at 3 hours drive is the other village where I have work, and my brother is 3 hours away. So, but there in that he also had some electricity ka work. He was doing his work and randomly I just spoke to someone. I said, अरे ये मेरा काम करना है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का ट्रांसफर, तो यहाँ होगा क्या? He said, नहीं ये यहाँ नहीं होगा, लेकिन आप वहां जाके ये आदमी का नाम लेना. Ask for some Mr. What and what. So he said, आप वहां जाके उनका नाम लेना, आपका फटाफट काम हो जाएगा. said, wow, let's see. And then me and my brother, we went there. So the work which would take 2 months in one day, my brother saying, you crazy, you're just उसको खाना भी नहीं खाने दिया बोला नहीं पहले ये काम खत्म होगा फिर तू खाना खाएगा या जो करेगा but in one day we completed that work and the electricity bill got transferred and everybody was surprised ये possible ही नहीं है
Wow, very nice. Yeah, things like that do happen, believe me.
yeah
If
even for my child's domicile certificate he had his engineering quota रहता है if you are in Maharashtra but we didn't have a domicile certificate my domicile certificate has not yet come but and we had applied together okay and we are standing in the line it is say 4 o'clock they stop working and 3:30 we 3:30 we are going there and I don't know what to do suddenly someone says kya like how someone said and we are again old custom house क्या काम है तो I said अरे इसका सर इंजीनियरिंग का भरने का फॉर्म ये इसका डोमिसाइल का he took both our papers this chap's got done in 10 days mine is still not done it is 7 years I have not yet got my domicile
yeah.
so yeah this is
So,
how
yeah, so that means the God in action is means the spark of God is there in everyone, and those who are connected, somehow you get help from all those who are connected. Wherever you go, wherever. And you just address the God in them and see how work happens for you. I have seen that happen many, many times. In the recognition of I am here and I am there, friends, wherever needful, will be raised up to one's assistance for. I am the friends brought forward whenever and wherever it is necessary. The release from all outer dominion or interference can only come through this recognition of the I am presence. So you can release all outer interference by this I am present. Whatever happens, everything is going to be very smooth. God will take care of everything. You just recognize that God in action in yourself and in everybody else, and things will happen. Many times, this requires strong determination to hold unwavering in this presence when appearance seems to be dominating. So sometimes it feels, oh my God, all this wrong is happening out. Where is this God whom we say is God in action? You know, if that sort of a thing. So it really takes your every bit of your drop of your blood to believe in this. However, such is never really the case. But if you really are knowing it, yeah, of course I know whatever is happening is for the best. And so you have to be like that unflinching faith in God. The old saying, an individual is never licked until he gives up. Never licked until he gives up is quite true. For as long as an individual looks with full determination to God in himself as the governing intelligence, there is no human activity that can long interfere. So if you are like with the inside, with the governing intelligence, there is no human activity which can long interfere. Nobody can interfere for you for a very long time. For some time they might, but after that they will give up. The mighty outpouring of light flowing about each individual through the activity of the vision knows of its presence can be made an invincible as a wall of steel about one, in fact more so. What does this mean? So they're saying the mighty outpouring of light flowing about each individual through the activity of vision means through your vision and knowing that this is its presence is there in me. Because its presence is there in me, that the light around you is so strong that it is an invincible wall of steel. Nobody can penetrate that wall. It can be made as an invincible as a wall of steel about one, in fact more so. So stronger than the invincible wall of steel. If once you are so much like established the mighty outpouring of light flowing about each individual through the activity of vision and knowing of its presence. Okay? You know, and you are in your vision, that's only that he is there with me, and I know it. Nothing else can shake you. This itself will form a strong light around you, which will act as a very strong, invincible shield around. That is what they are saying. So we are on page 139. Tejin, remember, Salima, remember, Rita, remember. 139, first para is over, and we'll proceed tomorrow, 3:30. Okay? So let us do the benediction, the benediction over here. We are on chapter 12, by the way. It's a nice one, no? So sometimes they are repeating themselves, but it's nice. Thou mighty, please close your eyes and repeat after me. Thou mighty, infinite presence of God, we give praise and thanks for thy ceaseless ministry. We call thy blessings, thy wisdom, thy intelligence to act through each one, giving peace of mind, peace of body, and joy of heart, to go forth, the ruling, conquering, victorious presence over all things. We give praise and thanks that the mighty I Am presence, God in action, governs all official places, causing the perfection to be ever operative and self-sustained in thy name and through thy presence. So be it. Thank you, Divine.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.